In today's video, we're going to be making vegan burgers with my homemade chips. So now let's get started with the list of ingredients. So here I have garnish. I've got baby gem lettuce, I've got red onion, I have gherkins and I have tomato. Here I have smoky barbecue sauce, which is vegan. I have vegan cheese grated, vegan burger buns. Most buns are vegan anyway. We have here tomato paste, Worcester sauce and English mustard, followed by paprika and onion. We also have chickpeas and cashews. To follow we have flour, couscous, which has been pre-cooked. And here for the chips, we have paprika, salt, oregano and garlic. And then we have our chips that are already cut and dried. So to start off with, we're going to start with the chips, as they're going to take the longest to make. So with our spices, we're going to grab a spoon, or you can use a rubber spatula, using olive oil, roughly around 3 tablespoons. We're just going to mix. We can add more. Don't forget, we can't take away. We can always add, but not take away. An extra tablespoon. Now to get down and dirty. We're going to pour the mix into here. We mix the oil with the spices, the dry ingredient, so that it evenly spreads out and you don't get a big clump of paprika or salt or anything. And then we're going to use our hands, as you can see, and we're just going to mix around. I've pre-cut my potatoes, and then I also dried them out just with in between 2 cloths, and just pressed them slightly and left them for about 10 minutes just so any excess water comes out. And this will give a nice crisp chip. This recipe feeds 4. Now we're gonna spread onto our baking tray, nice and evenly. Try not to pile them all up. If your tray is small, then I would recommend using 2, just so everything cooks nice and evenly and nice. Now you're going to place the chips in a preheated oven at 180 degrees fan. If you don't have a fan on the oven, then do it to about 190. And we're going to cook these for roughly 25 to 30 minutes. You really want the chips to be nice and soft in the middle, but nice and crunchy on the outsides. And for me, that's the perfect chip. Our chips are in the oven. We're going to place the cashews, the chickpeas, the onion, and also the paprika into our food processor. Sorry, and garlic. Forgot about the garlic. Just gonna. And then we're also going to be adding the tomato paste, English mustard, and Worcester sauce. Now, we put the lid on and we're going to blitz it up until it's a nice paste. This will take a couple minutes. Remember to turn it off every 20 seconds, scrape down the sides just to get an even distribution of all the ingredients. Now, this is perfect for me. You still have small little lumps in there from the chickpeas and the cashews, and when you cook it, the oil's coming out of that cashew. It's going to be amazing. It's a really good alternative from a meat-based burger, because obviously from meat you're going to get a lot of fat, and using something like the cashews really gives an extra bit of like flavour because of the fat content inside. As you can see, it kind of already looks like a meaty burger mix. Now we're going to add our couscous that's been pre-cooked. And we're going to also use our plain flour. Now, just like the chips, we're going to get a bit down and dirty. So we're going to mix nicely with our hands, breaking up everything. So now that the mix is combined, it should look like this. It'd be nice, relatively smooth for what it is. And you can see there's no flour or like lumps of couscous anywhere. So there's two ways we can portion this out. I say that this recipe will make 4 nice juicy burgers. Today I'm going to show you how to make one and plate up one. So you can either just divide the mix how you like, or you can squish it together, just like this. Make a nice log, and then using a knife or a spatula, whatever you prefer, the mix is very soft. In the middle, score it again, sort it again, and you have 4 even burger mixes. There you go. There you go. So, what we're going to do is, we're going to shape each one. So, because you've rolled it into a log, it's already compact. So really all you're doing is, you're going to shape it into into the size you like. I like mine to be medium thick, just to, you know, you get that nice texture coming through. So that is what your burger patty should look like. Okay, so I've heated up my pan on a medium-high heat, and then I'm gonna add my olive oil, just roughly around a tablespoon. This is just to ensure that the olive oil doesn't burn, and that's why we heat our pan up first. Let the oil just get hot for a second. And now we're going to add our burger patties. I'm gonna cook 2 of the 4 and save the other 2 for dinner. So I'm just going to place in the pan, got a nice sizzling. I do highly recommend, like I've said before, a non-stick pan. You just don't have to use as much oil. You know, you don't get that. When I eat a lot of oil, I feel quite sick. This just ensures that, and also you do save the calories, and they last a long time if you treat them well. I've had this pan for about a year now, and I literally, with a sponge, hot soapy water, soft side down, and you just wipe round, rinse it, and it's perfect. Now we're going to fry these for around 5 minutes on each side, maybe less depending on your heat, because my heat will be different. So now that your burgers have been frying on one side, they should look like that. Beautiful brown, golden brown, slightly charred around the edges. And then we're just going to place it on the other side for a further 5 minutes. So now that both sides have been nicely browned, we are going to add our butter, or vegan butter, sorry. Just gonna let that melt. Just roughly a tablespoon. Make this, the insides really nice, and it really does complement the crisp outside. So just gonna do this over the top. But quickly, what I'm going to do is, we're gonna use the pan, so we're gonna go a bit back and forth here. We're gonna take the burgers off the heat, just for a second. Gonna put some of that butter over it, just so it rests nicely. And then we will be putting this back in the pan. So now we're gonna turn the heat up slightly, get that nice and hot. And what we're gonna do is, we're gonna toast our burger buns in the pan. Put that on the bottom. It's gonna soak up all that buttery goodness. It's gonna give a nice layer so that none of the sauce or any of the juice that coming from the burger are gonna soak in the sponge and get that soggy bun. This will only take a couple minutes. So now that your buns are nice and golden, we're gonna take them off. We're gonna place back onto our chopping board. Beautiful. Now we're gonna turn the heat off. We're gonna place our burgers back into the pan. We're then gonna place our vegan cheese on top. Beautiful. And we're gonna have that. We're then gonna shove this right in the oven for roughly around 5 minutes until the cheese has melted on top. And the beautiful thing once again about this pan is that you can also, it's oven proof. So this works really well in the oven. I'm gonna shove that in there. Now that your chips and burgers are ready, we're gonna take them out, ready to be plated. The chips took 5 minutes longer than what I expected. They took, instead of 25 minutes, they did take 30 minutes. And I added the burgers into the oven 5 minutes before the chips were ready. And that way everything comes out. Okay, so now that your burgers are out the oven with your chips, we're gonna plate the burger up on our chopping board. That way our plate or bowl doesn't get messy and it just looks nice. So firstly, we're gonna get about half a tablespoon on each side of your burger bun of your smoky barbecue sauce. Really gives a nice richness and sweetness to the burger, which I love. I love deep flavors. Then we're gonna put our lettuce, we're gonna put our tomato, and we're also gonna put our onions. On the bottom, we're gonna grab our burger, place it. Now, this is the tricky bit. You can build it up where the onions, the cheese and all that, but I'm just gonna do it like this because I like everything extra hard. And that is our burger. These chips make 4 portions, nice, decent sized portions. And we're going to, this is literally food porn. The definition of food porn. You're gonna get a nice smokiness from the paprika, from the chips, along with the little bit of salt and also freshness from the oregano. So that's there. And then we're gonna add, because who doesn't love a gherkin? We're gonna add a nice gherkin. And this here is my vegan burger with my homemade chips. Absolutely delicious. Literally, as you can see, food porn. Hey guys, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed the recipe and enjoyed watching it. Please don't forget to check out my cameraman and also one of my best friends' Instagram page, the Iced Capture. And also don't forget to go and check out my page on Instagram as well, markshealth_McGeckin. The names will be in the comments below. Don't forget to check that out, as well as the full recipe will also be in the description. So don't miss out. I hope you enjoyed it and I'll see you next time.